the camp cook. Well, he had this knife that he redone or whatever. And I'm like, well, I didn't know any of these stories. And I asked my wife, his daughter or whatever about it. And she had no idea about any of these stories. And I'm like, well, if we didn't randomly just start talking about it, it would have never ever came up or would have never ever been documented to be passed on. So then it was just like, yeah, I got to start doing this for my kid.
Yeah. And that's a sad thing, right? Because that knife could have just got tossed in a yard sale.
Oh, very easily could have, and never.
If you didn't know the story behind it, the knife gets tossed in the yard sale and the piece of family history is lost, and
yeah,
and that's it. Yeah. It's done.
The story's around a silly little knife. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny though too, because it was a couple months ago you mentioned camp cook.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you said, camp cook? Yeah, so my grandparents, it's funny because my grandpa was part of a bridge crew, and I didn't really know that. And my grandma was the cook for that bridge crew. And when we moved to our house, in Red Deer here, we found out that there's a bridge literally like within a kilometer of my house. And my grandpa was part of the crew that built that bridge in like the 70s.
That's neat, eh? And then just piecing then you kind of start asking, you piece that story together, and it's just a connection. And you guys moved to that community. Mm-hmm. Well, do you feel more connected to that community now? Maybe. Like, I mean,
absolutely.
And the only thing that really changed was
go ahead.
That little tidbit of a story that, to most people would have meant maybe nothing or never ever knew about.
Yeah. And then now I take my kids down to that river by the bridge, and they're too young, so I don't bother telling them. But someday I'll tell them, like, yeah, your great grandpa in the 70s.
Before the internet. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks for doing a little bit of a dry run with me here. Ben was going to try and jump on as well. I sent him an invite, but he's tied up on the phone. So at least I can get a chance here I'll record it, and then I'll play it back and see what the quality's like, and maybe I can even share it with you guys, and then you guys can jump on and see what the quality's like, get some feedback before we try and record something later today.
Absolutely. I was thinking about this last night. You and Ben, if you guys are going to be kind of heading this up, you should do just a raw, whether it's a 3-minute or 5-minute, just on what your thoughts on why you came to this idea and why you wanted to do this. And that's kind of like, this is how we're getting started and why we're doing what we're doing. And then you don't have to show that to anybody, but that's just kind of like the beginning of the story. And then how we started and where it goes.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's kind of cool because this was Ben's idea, but there's been lots of conversation over the last, how it is. Even you and I, we talk about different things, like what can we try and do? What's something different that we can do? And Ben, like, this was Ben's idea on Monday. And so I think that's sweet that if we can actually record the first podcast by Wednesday.
Decide we're going to do it. Talk about it Monday, decide Tuesday, and do the first podcast on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. It'll be brutal probably, but let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? Got to try it. And Ben right away knew. He's like, yeah, Fuzz, he's the guy. 100% he'll be in. We'll just tell him. We'll just ask him. I'll just ask him. He'll be down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll hit stop recording because we've recorded about 5 minutes, and then that's perfect. It's just a nice dry run.
No, that sounds good. Yeah, let me know when you guys are ready to do our thing, and we'll get after it.
Okay.
Just don't
Okay.
don't
Sounds
don't do
fun.
it between like
Talk to you in a bit.
12 and 1:30 because I want to go and work out.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think we're shooting for like 2:30
Okay,
or 3.
that'll work. That'll work perfect.
Yeah. This week is messing with my mind. I keep thinking tomorrow's the day off.
Well, it is for me because I'm gonna take off tomorrow and Friday.
Nice. That's why, because everybody's taking Thursday off.
Everybody's peacing out, making a long weekend, super long weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
talking.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Yeah. You bet. Thanks. Bye.